office hours for another Wednesday. Welcome, welcome. I
Yeah.
am Dr. Lisa, your strategist, coach, and author of the BestieFinder crew. And here with me is Coach Nyala.
Hey, I'm your wellness mindset coach here. Giving you a little bit of real estate on the side. Okay.
And we are missing one, Dean Kathy, who is going to rejoin us next week. Where I
Yeah.
won't be here actually. We're taking turns apparently not being
Yeah.
here. Hey, Dean Kathy. Okay, besties, let's jump right on in here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, what happens when you have been coach hopping and course hopping and trying to find the right combination that speaks to you, but that invest after all that investment in the masterminds and all that good stuff, you still feel stuck where you are. You don't feel like you're achieving results. And then you start feeling like it's your own fault because what's the common denominator? It's you. But we're here to tell you that that does not necessarily mean that you're incompetent. It
Mm-hmm.
never means you're incompetent, but it usually means that you are misaligned either in your choice of solution or in how you're implementing the solution from that other source.
Mm-hmm.
And essentially, your strategies can't work if they're sitting on the wrong foundation. So you have to make sure you're building from the right you. So, Coach Nyala,
Yes, ma'am.
what's one area where you thought I must be the problem when really you were just out of alignment? You were just in the wrong place and doing the wrong thing.
Well, when this topic came up, I thought about being in a particular coaching program, and it was about financing. And as we started going through coaching, it turned into marketing. And so I realized quickly that not only was I not aligned with what is my intention with the program and the outcome, but also the coach was also trying to figure it out and accommodate instead of bring me back into the purpose behind the program, which was to build my personal and business finances, right? And so that was a situation that I learned, and it cost me. It was a costly um educational
Mm-hmm.
uh moments where I realized quickly that I needed to do some groundwork for myself and figure out what is the ultimate goal that I'm trying to reach before I invest any additional dollars into a program that and what is the ultimate goal, and I have learned since then that once I have that ultimate goal, to go back and revisit it on a regular basis, right? Because then that keeps me in alignment with my actual goals. So that is an experience. And it was within probably over a year ago now where I spent money, I spent time. I did gain something from it. I gained a template to be able to use. And now I built from it, but I could have saved myself a lot of money, a lot of distraction, had I known who I was going into it. And at the time, I was in a totally different business that I didn't really want to do anymore. Right. So it's important to know who you are, know why you do what you do, and know your makeup too. Know how you operate so that you don't get distracted and you don't lose time and financial investment. Like, I can't get that money back, nor can I get that time. But yeah, that was,
Truth, truth, truth. And as you
yes.
speak about money, I'm gonna share my alignment story
Okay.
in dollars and cents.
Oh,
And I talk about this in the book. So I started out way back when
Mhm.
as a freelance web designer. I wanted to work on tech stuff and pretty tech stuff. And, you know, I was a web designer. I was funky. I was fresh, right? And I knew what I
Mhm.
was talking about. But I found that my clients didn't know what I was talking about. And they were looking to me to make decisions for them that they should have been making themselves for their business. And so I was unhappy and I was making money, but again, I wasn't happy. And I wasn't making good money until I stopped and said, okay, listen, what's going on here? And conveniently, Dr. Dean Cathy and I connected and I took my gift assessment. So I took my assessment. I knew what my gifts were based on the
Mhm.
answer, didn't know what it meant until this point where I said, okay, I took the assessment and I looked at my clients. I said, well, who's doing what I want? They pay on time, they come to meetings ready, and the invoice is never more than the day of, right? Getting
Mhm.
paid. So turns out that most of the clients that I liked working with were administrators,
Mm.
right? Because that's a whole administrator checklist right there. And so I was like, okay, as a teacher administrator, I vibe with that because I want to
Mm.
give you some rules. I want you to do the work, and I don't want to have to create anything on the fly. So I was able to restructure my business model to a subscription where I said, okay, well, this is what you're going to get. This is what you got to do to get started. And this is why it's a good idea. So if you fit this, it's for you. If you don't fit
Mm.
this, nothing happening. What do you think happened?
You started to get in line and you started to the people who weren't in alignment weaned off.
That's exactly what
And
happened. And in that year, from making that change, I tripled the revenue in our agency. So there's a
Mm.
dollar amount, a dollar growth value that goes with alignment because
Yeah.
you might hear you got to be in alignment, you got to be, focused on your purpose, and you feel like it's just not that it's not that fluffy's not good, but you feel like there's no substance to it, but there is, and
Mhm.
we don't get to. Well, we haven't talked about it a lot in the past, but you're gonna hear a lot about it from now on. And so, folks listening, it's
Yes.
it's not fluffy frou frou. There's alignment that goes with your soul, and there is a dollar amount that comes with that alignment. There is proof and profit in the pudding.
Yes.
All
Yes.
right. Now,
Okay.
that's where we are. You are not broken. You just need to
Mm-mm.
find yourself and your people and come together with where you're supposed to be.
And I heard something critical because I was even as you were talking, I was thinking back to the time where I had invested all of that money. To your point, she didn't take the gift assessment, but I know that giver was probably not at the top. Which is the gifting that if you're going to teach me about finances, you need to have that at the top of who you are. And so getting the gift assessment, discovering you, and discovering who you work best with, whether it's your team or your clients, does translate into dollars.
It
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
And we
And
like money
so,
around here. We're not afraid to say
yes,
it.
that part. So having those checks and balances, not even a checks and balances, what is it? An assessment up front helps to alleviate all of that frustration that comes along with the misalignment. So,
Mhm.
mhm. Yes, yes. So
So
you
if
gonna,
you are wondering how you get aligned, Coach
yeah,
Nyala is leading our Women University cohort that starts
yes,
on the 13th. You
yes.
have a little bit of time left to get in there if you're interested. Tell them about it, Coach Nyala.
Man, this is an opportunity for women to get their profit, their passion all in one on paper and perfect your pitch, right? Perfect your messaging and understand who you're talking to, why you're talking to them, and turn it into profits. So, this is a 12-week cohort that is about you outlining that passion, that business, and putting it all together and presenting it in a way that will bring you dollars, right? Because again, we like talking about money around here. But most importantly, we want you to develop that vision that's inside of you. This is an opportunity for you to invest time in your business and just watch it unfold. So, October 13th is our start date for the University. You have the preview link. Go ahead, click on it. Don't delay. Register today. I don't know what you're waiting for. That's all I have to say about that.
And on that note, we're going to wrap early because we don't have our dean today to give us expanded commentary. But we'll see. She'll
Yes.
see you next week, and I'll see you the week after.
Yes.
Bye,
Bye.
besties.